Okay, welcome back, guys. It is Mark with Noble Notary and Legal Document Preparers and the Notary Ninja podcast / Notary Ninja show. Today, we're going to talk about notary directories. Now, stick around because I've got some exciting news for you. So, you're going to want to watch this to the end and maybe even leave me some comments and feedback because I got some exciting news for you at the end of this. Okay, so I actually have a blog on our website. Our website's legaldocprepnotary.com. That's our main site. And I actually have a blog called Noble Notions where I drop all kinds of notary knowledge. But anyway, so that's our site, and we are constantly putting resources on there. And one of them that we do is actually called Notary Directory. So you may want to check that out. I'll drop links in the description, but let's talk about how you can utilize notary directories, and let's talk about mainly the advantages and disadvantages, the good ones and the bad ones. A while ago, I did make a video. It was a scammer alert, and I was talking about Find Legal Pros and how they, paid for their directory listing and they did absolutely nothing whatsoever. So, and there are going to be some out there like that, but let's talk about the different directories and let's talk about the pluses, the minuses, why to get listed on them. So, obviously, if you're a new notary starting out, one way to get leads and to get calls is to get in directories. It actually benefits you on several levels. One, it benefits you by having bolstering your own Google listing and with the map directory. But the other way is that some of them, not all of them, but some of them populate very well in searches, so they can you may show up in that directory before you'll show up with your own listing. So that's important, but let's break down the limitations as well. So, and let me tell you who the big ones are, the big players are. Let me tell you who my favorite are, and then we'll talk about some of the other ones that you necessarily don't need to bother with, and you definitely shouldn't pay any money for. So first, number one is 123 Notary. Now, 123 Notary is great. I get calls all the time from title companies using 123 Notary. Here's the downside of 123, and I'm gonna be frank with all of these. Okay, I might not make friends saying some of this, but I'm just telling you guys the truth. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the directories that suck, and I'll tell you why they suck. Okay, and I'm looking out for you. I'm trying to give you the best information. So the best one again, 123notary.com is awesome. Here's the drawback. The drawback is number one, your listing is expensive. Okay, you will get a return on investment, that I'm pretty certain of. Two is it doesn't actually help you any in local search, meaning your listing is just in almost like his giant phone book. Albeit that 123 Notary gets a lot of traffic and a lot of people go to it and it shows up, has great rankings. It doesn't really do anything for you other than somebody searching through that phone book, if you will. In other words, you don't have a profile with a map listing that populates locally. I haven't seen where it does that. The other caveat is that the guy who owns this, Jeremy, he's a little weird. He wants you to constantly kind of curate your profile and be active in their forum and stuff, or he'll take your listing down. So I've had to personally message him a couple times and say, I don't know why you keep taking my listing down. I paid for a listing. I want my listing up. Now, we're at the point now where our business and our website, the magnitude has so much gravity that it doesn't matter anymore. But so there's a drawback. It's a great place to get listed, but it's pricey. If you want a quality listing on 123 Notary, you're looking to spend about $300-400. But you will get calls from title companies doing that. The second one that's really good is Notary Stars. You're welcome. But now, Notary Stars, here's what I love about Notary Stars. Number one, they have a plethora of information on their site. Number two is they show up everywhere, okay? This guy's got landing pages everywhere. So Your listing that you create with them works like a landing page for you locally. Brilliant. That's the way it should be done. Downside, I think they charge like $30 a month. So a little bit, I mean, a little pricey for the lead generation factor. Um, it's not too rich for my blood, but it's might be a little bit of a deterrent for notaries, especially starting out. But those are my two favorites. So after that would be everybody else, and there's Notary Cafe. I think they're $5 a month. Again, they don't really populate in searches, so somebody has to. It had to have been like a title company or attorney's just favorite site to go to look for people, because it's not really going to do much for you in searches. Notary Rotary the same way. Tons of resources on those sites. You get a directory listing, isn't necessarily going to help you very much. Might get some leads from it. Hey, if it's free, do it. Now the ones that flat out suck, well, they're Notary Jane. I think they're charging like 30 or 40 a month for their listing, and I think there's a couple others that are like that. Fine Legal Pros, obviously, I talked about. Don't waste your time with them. Don't pay for their directly listing because they won't list you, and they won't give you a refund. You'll have to fight your bank for it. But so there's a couple of like Notary Searches, Notary Jane. There's a few of them. I did do another video. I think I'll drop the link for that video in here too, so you can see the ones that I just flat out say they suck. Because now the reason that they're no good is that they actually don't have any rank. Nobody really cares. Like, if you're giving them money for directory listings, nobody really cares about them. They don't get a lot of traffic. They don't have a lot of exposure. They don't have a lot of content. They don't have a very high domain rating. So I don't see a point in bothering with them. If it's absolutely free and you can get a do follow backlink, might be some value there. But other than that, I wouldn't take it much further than that. So there's those. Now, ironically, signingagent.com is technically a directory as well. I've never gotten a single lead from them. I have a director, I have a profile there. I rank pretty good in there, great reviews, but I don't know that anybody's ever called me and said, we found you on signingagent.com. So take that for what it's worth. Now, for the good news, drum roll. Okay, so in this year, in 2023, we are going to actually launch our own directory, Noble's Notaries. And that will be a WordPress-based directory, and we are going to do something that is ideally going to beat them all out. And because we know where they stand now, right? We know that 123 Notary, while it has a lot of traffic, doesn't really affect you locally and is expensive. And he's weird. He was gonna want you to contribute to his site and stuff. Okay, said it there. And then Notary Stars, again, awesome site, awesome SEO factors going on, like $30 a month. We are going to create a directory that has a couple of things. Number one, there's going to be a flat fee for listing. That means that you pay a one-time fee. You have a lifetime listing. That is it. You stay up as long as you want to be up. You will be in control of it. You'll have your own end of it that you can control. So you'll have a lifetime listing on that directory. It's going to be a flat fee. It's probably going to be like $10, $15, $20. I don't know. It's going to be incredibly affordable. That listing will give you a do follow backlink to your sites, and it will also have the map pinned to your site, so it benefits you SEO locally and with your website. And obviously there's the high probability that it may outrank your own and will be a predominant lead generation source for you for one flat fee. Two, any existing course members who are course members right now, in the past, and in the future, all get a free directory listing for life. So there's that. And so what are we going to do? We're going to have a better price directory, and we are going to have a directory that ranks locally. Why do I do that? Am I talking crap? No, I know how this works. We know how this game works. We know exactly what we're going to do. We are already assembling the team to help us build that directory. We're going to probably do like the first, aside from our students, we might do like a promo, like a first 100 people to sign up for free. But the way this works is that you'll create your profile that works as a landing page that will get crawled and indexed and ranked very well because there's strength in numbers. Okay, so that is coming out this year, probably sooner than later, probably in the next couple of months. We'll have that launched, and we will have this website. Won't be one of these piddly ones that nobody notices or recognizes. It's going to have a very high domain authority. It's going to be We will have top-notch people making sure that this shines, and then you get to shine. So now with that, I said special announcement. That was a special announcement, but I have one more announcement. Obviously, we host the Notary Ninja Show, the Notary Ninja podcast, which is on iHeartRadio, Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout. I think it's on all of them, guys. It's on Alexa. I can Alexa right now to play my show. But so it's everywhere. It's getting lots of downloads. And it's hosted. I host our podcast on a marketing machine called Kajabi, which is awesome. But that has a domain authority in itself of 90, so it's very powerful. So what I'm going to do, I'm starting to do for my students now, and I'm going to do for anybody who comments in this video. If you comment, you like and share this video, you leave me if you're a notary, leave me your business where you are. Your website if you've got one set up yet, even if it's a Google site. And we're going to start doing shout outs, what I call Notary Spotlight, on the live podcast, on the podcast feed. So that's pretty huge because you have disbursement. There odds are there's listeners and audiences in your town where you operate business, and it's going to benefit you. But the other side of that is that what we call that SEO factor is that you would have a permanent link, a follow link coming from my podcast description, the detailed description of the show, benefiting your business. And so anybody who likes, comments, shares this video below, I will be putting you on my roster in every show. I'm going to be doing a Notary Spotlight shout out. So that is it for today, guys. Check out the link for our blogs. Tons of useful stuff on there. Lots of ideas and information. I'll put that link in there. Check out the other video I think I did on the scam. I think it's the scammer alert. I'll have that set as a follow-up video so you can see some of the ones where I actually do a detailed breakdown so you can see why they suck. Okay, that's it for today, guys. We will talk soon. Stay cool.